Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Broadacres, our Unrealistic series set here on the Australian 16 times map that we're currently playing. And once again, we've got a very laid-back employee sat inside that John Deere there. We have finished doing this field down here. I did do a little bit behind the scenes today before I started because I wanted to try and get a couple of things done. What with running shorter episodes this week because of my voice, I figured that we would get a few things out of the way. So what I've done is those are carrying on. The combines are still going as they were. Nothing has changed there. We've got a few tractors. Where have I put the tractor? Oh, I put them up there. I've dumped the tractors up there, and I'm about to dump this one up there as well. So let me just take this one, and we'll drop that one up over here in the forestry area. So I've got a selection of tractors up here now. Turn that one off. There we go. Got a few of them over there with the seed drills. So they're ready to use at some point. I'm not quite sure when we're going to be using them, but they are up here ready to go. I've got some others that are, we've got the ones that are planting the millet. Big Bud is still going. He's down to 2,800 litres of fuel and still going strong. So he's doing all right at the moment. I apologise, first of all, for my voice. I have got a really bad cold at the moment. My throat is feeling absolutely terrible. I am absolutely determined to do videos this week. I want to get the videos done. They are all going to be quite a bit shorter than normal. They are all going to be fairly short. There's not really... Yeah, it was kind of a choice between shorter episodes and give you some content, or nothing at all until after the new year. And I figured, well, I'll do shorter episodes. I'd prefer to do that. I'd prefer to give you something to look at rather than nothing at all. And it's sort of... it gave me a chance to sort of explain this week what's happening next week, in that I'm changing everything. Now, I just want to show you this very quickly. I got some water into this, and I decided I would just quickly do this one off camera. Now, if I bring this one here, and I bring it right up close to the tree there, you do have to go in fairly close. Water fill level 500, manure is currently on 0. So I've gone through, and I've put water in all of the orange trees, and all of the apple trees. Next thing we need is a bit of manure. We don't have any here, but the pigs are fortunately providing us with plenty. We've got about 500,000 litres of manure up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down here, and I'm very realistically going to unhitch that one and come off. That was bitterly disappointing. I was hoping that it was going to keep going, sort of, with the trailers on the back, and it was just going to kind of just keep going and slowly run into the fence down there or something. But no, nothing. Just going to stop where it was. Oh well. Life is full of disappointments at times. We will see what else we can do. So let me just bring that one up there. We're going to head over to... Oh, before we head over to the pigs, let's go and take a look in here. Now, obviously I can't do anything at the moment. I'm kind of stuck. All of this has collisions on it. My weekly question. We've got vineyards over here. And there's a lot of vines. There's a lot of grapes here ready to be picked as far as I know. You just bring a grape harvester onto these and you can start doing stuff with them. So what would you like me to do next week? Would you like me to get some mods together and start trying to pick grapes? Or would you prefer me to do a little bit of forestry work? Now, there is a mod that I have got that is automated tree harvesters. I have no idea how that works, but it sounds really, really interesting. So it is on ModHub, so many of you have probably already seen it. You've probably even tried it out. I haven't actually tried it out yet. I wanted to do my very first attempt at using the automated tree harvesters right here on video, just in case it provided some highly entertaining viewing, me trying to figure out how to use it, that sort of thing. So yeah, I figured I would do it like that. And so we've got a tree harvester. Well, yeah, I think there's a tree harvester still on the map. If there isn't, we will go and buy a tree harvester, and we'll see how it works out. It could be highly entertaining. It could be very interesting seeing how it works. I'm quite keen to find out exactly how we have automated tree harvesters. I mean, if that is actually a thing, if that does actually work properly and work well, it's going to be absolutely awesome. I think it's supposed to, you just put it near the tree and then it automatically moves it over and it grabs hold of the tree and it works like that. I mean, if it does actually work properly, that is just going to be brilliant. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So I am really, really looking forward to seeing that in action. So yeah, there's that one, or the grapes. And again, the grapes is something else that I'm really looking forward to seeing working. I just want to know which one you want me to do first. So do you want me to do grapes next week, or do you want me to do the automated tree harvesting? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to grab that one, and actually, I don't think... Oh, no, I do need it for this one. I am going to need it for this. So we're going to take that, and we're going to go like this, and we're going to teleport this one all the way down over here, close to our truck that we've got there. That's pretty close. That's good. And then we're going to go back, and we're going to get another one. We're going to bring that one down as well. And we're going to load a load of manure into that toll trailer there. Take it over to the trees, and get some decent fertilizer going in for them. We've got 200,000 litres of corn sat on this one first, so I'm going to take this over to the pigs first, unload it into the pigs, and then we can take it and start unloading the manure. We'll see how that works out. I want to go... Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to do that one, and then I want to move it over here, close to the pigs. How far? Oh, I'm quite a way away. Let me just move this a minute, and I can have another swig of my cough mixture that I'm busy chugging back on a fairly regular basis. It does seem to be working. It is at least able to keep me talking, although I wouldn't recommend drinking it in the content it is that I'm drinking it. I did mention yesterday that some of the ingredients had in it, and I've got to be honest, they're a little bit concerning. I'm a little bit concerned I might be turning into a creeper by doing this. It's... although my children do find the concept of me turning into a creeper to be highly amusing, so at least I'm entertaining somebody with this. There we go. Just come back a little tiny bit further, and 200,000 litres of corn in for the pigs, just like that. So let's just take a look at the pigs, and we'll see how they're doing. Corn is now 1.3 million litres in there, and it's actually nearly full. It's not going to be very much more, and that one will be completely filled up. So we can actually put some of the rest of the corn into storage. We've got a combine that is almost now completely filled up to the brim. It's on 99%. So it's got a tiny little bit more to go, and then that's going to be completely finished. For some reason, this one is still... Yeah, obviously because of the Christmas break, I haven't had time to do a lot of the stuff behind the scenes that I'd like to have done, which is like alter this one. Get it ready, because I did want to increase the speed of it slightly. And even though the speed is increased, it's still only doing the 5 kph, which should be doing a bit more than that. So I'm not quite sure why it's still only doing the 5, but I mean I can at least jump it over there like that. Right, that's in a much better position at least. I'll bring that one down there. Helper G has a full grain tank, so we'll go and move that one in a minute. We'll probably not worry about using the trailers this time around. We'll probably just take it over to a storage. I'll actually worry about that next week. I'm not going to worry about that this week. We're just going to deal with this bit here this week. And I also wanted to just talk to you very briefly about my plans for the channel. I am changing the way that I'm going to be doing my uploads. Or at least I'm changing the schedule slightly. I'm going to have regular scheduled videos on... it's going to be two videos a week are going to be regular scheduled videos, as they've been for quite some time. Okay, that's very, very slow loading on to that thing. It's got a 200,000 litre capacity, so it's going to take... It's probably just because of the way the game works. But anyway, yeah. Upload schedule is going to be slightly different to what it has been in the past. I'll be continuing with Farming Simulator at the exact same times that it's always been. So, I mean, many of you will have gotten used to exactly when it gets uploaded. So my Let's Plays and the time lapses, they're not changing, they will stay the same. The slightly earlier episode, 2 days of the week I have the time lapse, but then the rest of the week I have other videos. Those are going to stay the same as well. They're still going to be those regular videos, however, they're going to be different. They're not all going to be the ones that they have been in the past. I'm going to be doing some slightly different ones. Some of them are... some of them are going to stay, some of them are going to go. Like Factorio has proved to be rather unpopular. Not very many people are watching that, so that one's going. Then I've also had... Why is that not putting stuff into the next conveyor? Just stop that one there a minute and go going a little bit fast at the moment. Go into this one. I'm wondering if it's got to fill this one up completely before the next one will actually take anything. It might be that that's what it's got to do. Got to fill up 100% all the way up to 200,000 before it will let anything else happen. But yeah, Factorio, unfortunately, that one's going to have to go. So I know there are some people that watch it on a regular basis, but not very many. It's not a very popular series. So that one, Oxygen Not Included, is another one that's going to be going, and I'll be moving some of the others to replace them. We're going to be doing... Gold Rush is going to take one of those slots, so it will have a guaranteed once-a-week slot, and then... no, I'm not getting rid of all of my Gold Rush videos. Don't worry, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the Gold Rush will go to a certain time of the day. That will be at 2 o'clock on a... I don't know, actually, no. I don't know what day it is. It will be 1 day a week guaranteed. And then the rest of the week, I'm going to be doing... and not the rest of the week. The other video each day is going to be unplanned. I'm not actually planning out what it's going to be. So some weeks there will be multiple episodes of Gold Rush, or multiple episodes of another game that I'm playing that you're really currently enjoying. But it's not going to be like that all the time. Some weeks there will be plenty, and other weeks there's not going to be very much. Some weeks I'm going to be doing only a few... only the one episode of Gold Rush, because I'm going to be looking at a whole load of new games and other stuff that is coming out. I would like to be able to cover everything that is... there's loads and loads of new games coming out. There's loads of new stuff that is coming out, and some of it is proving really, really interesting. And at the moment, I'm not able to play a lot of it. There's all these new games, and... I'm constantly being given new games and new maps and stuff like that I would like to be able to play. I'd like to be able to show you, but because I've got a set schedule, I literally don't have time. I don't have time some weeks to add it in as an additional video during the week, and then you're missing out. You're missing out on some extra content that could be really cool. So by not having a regular scheduled upload, it's not going to matter if I don't do, some weeks I'll do Gold Rush 2 or 3 times, along with, say, some Stardew Valley and some stuff like that. Other weeks I won't do, I'll do one single episode of Gold Rush, and I'll be doing some new games as well, some extra stuff that is going to be, I really thought I was going to, okay. I kind of made it. Does that excuse me, I'm gonna go and... Okay, I've finished joking now. That was brilliant. I almost made it, and then it kind of straightened itself up and then just kind of rattled its way up the road. I just found that really, really comical. So anyway, yeah, I will be able to cover all the games that I want to cover. I will be able to give you all the content that I want to give you. Now, I'm aware that Stardew Valley is not particularly popular either. The people that are watching it really, really enjoy it, but there's not very many people that watch it on a regular basis. So again, that's another one that will eventually be leaving. However, there's supposed to be a really big update for the game coming out fairly soon. So I was going to keep that one going, keep it ticking over until the big update comes out. Once the big update has come out, I will then reassess. And unfortunately, again, it's another one that looks like it will be retiring from the channel. I will continue to look for different games. I will continue to look for content that I think people are going to like, and I will try all kinds of content on the channel. I've been getting a lot of requests to play PlayerUnknown, is it PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds or something like that? PUBG Battlegrounds, I'm not really sure. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is what it is, PUBG. I'm not going to be playing that one because of that one is kind of, it's like Call of Duty. It's there may not be lots of blood spatter in the actual game, but the game itself, like the guns and everything, is designed to be realistic. It's designed to look realistic, and as this is a family channel, there's a lot of people that don't consider that kind of content to be suitable for younger viewers. So therefore, I won't be doing it. I've already ruled that one out. However, there is Fortnite. Fortnite is another first-person shooter. But it doesn't have blood spatter. It's cartoony graphics. It's not. There's no realism in it whatsoever. And it does look like a lot of fun. So I will seriously consider playing that game. I've been getting a lot of requests to play that game as well, so that is one that I'm seriously considering playing, because I think it could be a lot of fun for everybody involved. I think we could get a lot out of that one. Right, how do I get the manure to go into here? Can I just use this one? I could do it with the water. Apparently I can't do it with this one, though. Back up there. It's not going to... I was really hoping this would work. I think I'm going to have to get a front loader and do it like that. So if I bring that... It shows me the fill level. The trees. I'm kind of hugging the tree here. You know, that really doesn't help. I was really hoping that we could just tip it out. It's not going to let me do it, though. It's absolutely not having it. I can't just tip it out. I think I'm going to have to get a front loader and do it like that. So we'll have to unload to the floor right here. And then, yeah. Okay, it's not going to let me do that. So if we bring this one over here... Now, how's this going to let me unload to the floor? If I go like that and I start tipping to the floor, it goes right underneath the trailer and dumps it up into a great big pile. That's not quite what I was hoping for with this. Somebody did suggest that I try jumping this one while I'm unloading something onto the floor. That could be very interesting, but also at the same time, it's going to make a terrible mess. So I'm not really sure how that's going to... It could be very interesting, though, to have this sort of line of stuff coming out as we launch ourselves into the air. So I definitely would like to try that at some point. I'm not quite sure. Maybe we'll do that with fertilizer. Fertilizer is probably the most expensive thing that we could buy on the map. So that could prove to be quite interesting, I think. So that is on the to-do list as far as I'm concerned. That one is now on the to-do list. Let me bring that one there. Actually, I want to stop you a minute, and I want to buy a front loader, don't I? Because we need to be able to move that. The only way that we're going to be able to move is with the front loader. So we'll get this one. I don't have a modded bucket at the moment. No. That's a little unfortunate. You'd have thought I'd have gotten one of those. Well, I didn't expect to need one, so we'll go front twins on there. Like that. Okay. Back out of there, and we'll get the universal shovel. We'll buy that one, $3,600. There we go. Right. I want to go up. No, I want to go that way, I think. There we go. I can jump out of the big bud, and I can get this one. So, yeah, I do have these changes coming up on the channel. It's going to be slightly different than what it has been. The farming simulator is not going anywhere. I'm still going to be playing Gold Rush. I'm just not going to be playing it as much as I have been some weeks, and it's not going to be regularly scheduled. So I appreciate that some people are not really going to like this, because I know that some people really, really do like my Gold Rush series. But I figure it's overall for the channel. I think that it is the best thing that, for us to do, purely because of all the new stuff that's coming out. Some of the stuff that is coming out, I follow Playway quite a lot. A developer, a producer, it's a production studio? Production studio, I think. Playway is, but they're a production studio for a load of developers. They've got like 50 different developer teams, and most of the stuff that they do is... Right, I see, you tip it into a little heap right next to the tree. See, what's that done now? Let's just take a look at the... Oh, manure fill level is 1,000, so that is now completely full. Does that change the tree? Does that change the image? I don't think it did change the image on the tree at all. You just bring that one right up to the base of the tree, and it dumps it in. So, yes, this is a little bit time-consuming having to put this in, and I'm curious about what kind of cash we get from these trees. There doesn't seem to be a fast way to do this. It's kind of like the greenhouses. Now, I was seriously considering using this mod in Sandy Bay. However, I'm now seriously considering not using it, because it does seem to be a very, very time-consuming thing. I did greenhouses before on a time-lapse, and I ended up kind of regretting that decision because of just how time-consuming it is to keep everything filled up. You constantly got to go around topping them all up all the time. So maybe I won't use this on the time-lapse. It's nice to be able to see it all in action, though. We'll just tip out another little bit there, and then we'll run over and we get a little bit more. So what do you think of my planned changes? It will mean that I will be able to cover any of the new games coming out. We've got, from Playway, there is Tank Mechanic Simulator, which I'm really looking forward to playing. That thing looks absolutely awesome. It genuinely does look very cool. And then on top of Tank Mechanic Simulator, there was another one that they just showed very, very briefly on the Facebook page, which is Mushroom Picker Simulator. Yes, you heard this correctly. Mushroom Picker Simulator. Basically, you just go around and you pick mushrooms. However, the graphics in the game do look pretty cool. And it does look like it could be a very entertaining little number. So, you know, it's an episode or two there of something that could be very entertaining to watch, and, you know, just generally just have a quick exploration, that sort of thing. And then on more serious notes, we've got the Scrapyard. It's a Scrapyard Manager or something like that. Scrapyard Simulator. Basically, you run a scrapyard, and you've got all of these vehicles coming through that you've got to deal with. And you know, make some money out of your scrapyard, and it does look really, really cool. It looks absolutely awesome. And what a lot of people suggested on the Facebook page, and I absolutely 100% agree, is they really need to get together with the guys at Red Dot, who are the developers of Car Mechanic Simulator. And so you've got the Scrapyard Mechanic guys working alongside the Car Mechanic Simulator guys, and sort of having it into one metagame, one ultimate simulator game. I think that would just be genuinely cool. Now, I have my own suspicions about Playway and the way that things are operating, because I think that I think the developer teams there are sharing a lot of information between the different studios, because there's a lot of similarities and so on. So I think that they do kind of help each other out a bit with some of the stuff. I suspect that at some point in the future we're going to see a big collaboration between a whole load of the developer studios working together in Playway with the publishers, Playway. I suspect that we might at some point see a huge collaborative effort that is going to produce like the ultimate simulator game. It's going to just be something that will absolutely blow our socks off, and it is going to be awesome. I don't know when it would happen. Nobody has suggested anything like this. Playway have never made any indication. No developer studio has ever made any kind of suggestion that such a thing might happen. There has never been any suggestion to this whatsoever. This is purely my own speculation, okay? I just want to put that out there, make it absolutely certain that nobody has said this to me anywhere, right? This is purely 100% my own speculation. And so I don't want you going to Playway saying, oh, you know, Frithgar said you're doing... I'm not saying that. They're definitely not saying that. I'm saying I think maybe at some point in the future we might have something like this. I mean, it would be so awesome if we did. It really would. And I think that collaborative, that collection of studios have got the potential to do something like that, because there's so many of them, and they have been working. There's all these different simulator games, and it just looks like, to me, just aspects of just lots and lots of different aspects of a single game that they're kind of producing slowly in the background, that is ultimately all going to come together in this glorious mega game that is going to take on every AAA title in existence, and it's just going to blow them all out of the water. Because we've got, you know, we're simulator fans first and foremost. Almost everybody on this channel are simulator fans. Now, I'm a simulator fan. I like playing other games as well, don't get me wrong. But we like the simulator type games, and these simulator type games are getting better and better every year. The graphics are improving, and there's so much. I mean, you look at the last 5 years, and you just see just how much improvement we've got in the way that things work. It's just incredible. The advances that have been made with gaming and with graphics and the way everything is working in the last 5 years is just incredible. And you look at the graphics that we've got now for this game and the mechanics that we've got for this game compared to several years ago, and you also look at a load of the other games as well that we play compared to several years ago, and there's been some massive advances. It's been absolutely brilliant. So I think that Playway have the potential to do something like this. I think that we could have like the ultimate surprise coming out of that area over there from Playway, and I would very much like to have this channel ready and waiting for any and all offerings that might come which is why I'm changing things around. No, it's not actually in preparation for the Ultimate Simulator game. It's more in preparation for everything else that is coming out. And there's lots of new games being scheduled. I've seen so many potential new games coming out, and a lot of them are small indie games. Indie games are becoming more and more popular. They're the ones that take risks. Right, we got all our trees here. I'm going to have to cut this down. I'm going to have to stop soon because my voice is starting to go. Indie studios are the ones that take risks. They are the ones that produce the content that the big AAA... You get AAA titles. They are kind of predictable. You kind of know what you're going... We're almost out of fuel. That's me. We'll have to refuel in our next episode. You got these AAA titles. That one's full. Completely full. I'll tell you what. Let's move that one. Shall we? Let's do that. I'll stop you a minute. Back you out a little bit. We'll take this one over to the pigs and we'll empty out there, and then we're going to have to take it to the central storage and unload there as well. So we've got AAA titles, and AAA titles are absolutely wonderful. They produce some amazing content that we all love to play. However, you don't find AAA titles very often sort of pushing the envelope. Really pushing what is possible to do in the game. They're really sort of experimenting and trying new things because they invest so much money into it, so that they kind of play it safe. So a lot of the titles, whilst they're really, really good, they don't really go for a lot of innovation and things we haven't seen before. If you want that, you've got to go and look at the indie titles. And there are more and more indie titles coming out. As we've seen success story after success story with indie titles, we get more and more of them coming out, more of them being released. Some of them are failures, there's no doubt about it whatsoever, but there is some very, very interesting concepts coming out amongst the indie titles. And so I'd like to be able to cover more of them, and by freeing up some of the time in my weekly schedule, some weeks I can have a new game every single day of the week. Other weeks, obviously, it's not going to happen. Just be kind of regular stuff. We'll just look at the games we've already got. Oh, there's some new content from Gold Rush. Ideal, we'll do 3 or 4 episodes of Gold Rush this week. And that's kind of how I see things working out for the channel. So I will be going on what everybody suggests in the comments section each week. I will be looking and seeing what games you're suggesting, and the ones that are called for quite a lot are ones that I will be playing. And then, of course, there will be some that will prove really popular and some that will prove to be incredibly unpopular that nobody will ever want to see again. And that's fine. That's how these things work. That's how we can sort of find out. But it will enable me to provide you with all kinds of awesome new content. And that is something that I really, really want to be able to do. So that's kind of my plan for the channel. Just swing this one around here. I'm hoping that he will just unload straight into that pit. There we go. Excellent. We can unload all of that into there. So my weekly question this week is the vineyards down in the south. Would you like me to get some mods together for that next week and start doing something with that? Or would you rather I used the automated tree harvester mod that is available on ModHub and have a go with that? Because I think both of them sound really cool to me. I'm not really sure which one you guys will want, so I'm putting it up to the vote. So it's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. Would you like me to do something with the vineyards next week, or would you like me to use the automatic tree harvesting mod that will apparently take control of the tree harvester and automatically grab hold of the tree and do all of it for us? I don't know how it works. It could be very cool. But then again, so could the vineyards. Yeah. One of the main reasons I'm asking this question is because I can't decide for myself which one I think we should go for. So yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys. And then it's all your fault rather than my fault. It's a much better way to do it. If you enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And I once again would like to apologise for the quality and the length of the videos this week. This one's actually gone on a lot longer than the others did. Starting to feel a little tiny bit better this week, but generally speaking, it's still not great. So I would like to apologise for the quality of the videos and the length of the videos on account of my absolutely stinking cold. Hopefully next week things will improve quite considerably. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.